A frosty morning long before sunrise. Temperatures drop to minus 25 degrees Celsius. A cold like this tests everything: nature, equipment, and the photographer behind the camera. From our viewpoint, the scene feels untouched. A frozen sea of white, no tracks, no movement, no signs of life. Photography in winter often means patience and trust in the landscape. As we continue deeper, the scenery keeps changing. Subtle lines in the snow, soft transitions of light and shadows, textures that only exist in extreme cold. After 2.5 hours on snowshoes, carrying nearly 20 kilograms of camera gear, we finally reached them. 7 male musk oxen standing together enduring the 6-month-long winter in Dovrefjell. We left our tripods behind. Everything you see is captured handheld, working with breath, balance and timing. At first, the animals notice us. Heads lift, eyes lock in. They carefully assess this quiet group of visitors at the edge of their world. But tensions fade quickly. The massive animals relax. 400 kilograms of muscle and fur settle calmly into the snow. There may be no other animal on Earth that seems to enjoy minus 20 degrees Celsius quite like the musk ox. In their calm state, they appear almost surreal, as relaxed as if they were resting at a beach. Still, there is no moment to underestimate them. They are calm, but always alert. The recommended safety distance is 200 meters. For photography, this means long focal length of 800 millimeters and beyond. This distance allows us to stay safe while isolating details, faces, textures, expressions. Even in the cold, heat haze caused by temperature differences remains a challenge. Every frame requires precision. After around 90 minutes with the herd, it's time to leave. Darkness approaches fast, and the long hike back awaits us. On our return, the light surprises us one last time with a soft winter sunset over the vast Dovrefjell landscapes. A perfect contrast to a cold day in the mountains and a reminder why we carry our cameras into places like this. The day ends at the Dovrefjell Lodge. Warm wooden cabins, quiet surroundings. Let us talk about the gear from a video creator's perspective. On this trip, we worked with the Nikon's top-tier video cameras, the Nikon Z6 III, the Z9, and Nikon's newest tool for filmmakers, the Nikon ZR. The ZR is Nikon's first camera built specifically for video. So the key question is, does it deliver in real-world filmmaking? Once you start working with long focal length, rigging becomes non-negotiable. in-body image stabilization is one of the highlights of this camera. Look at this clip. Shot handheld from inside a car on a bumpy, icy road, no stabilization added in post. And now the same shot with post-stabilization applied. The result is impressively smooth and very usable for professional edits. Low light performance is another strong point for video creators. You get clean shadows, smooth color transitions, and plenty of color grading flexibility, even in very dark scenes. These features allow the ZR to be a reliable tool for cinematic storytelling in challenging environments. That said, as Nikon's first dedicated video camera, there are two workflow details that could be improved. Firstly, the dedicated video grip. As an example, its function buttons cannot be customized independently from the camera body. There's also no way of switching between video and photography from the grip. When using a V-mount battery, the logical solution is powering the camera via a D-tap and a dummy battery. However, the battery door offers no cable pass-through. In our case, we used a 3D printed battery door combined with a silicone seal. Another tool we tested during our trip is the iFootage slider. The slider pairs perfectly nicely with our V-mount battery, allowing us to power it directly even in remote locations. The simple setup opened new creative possibilities. A moving foreground combined with a static background creates a strong sense of depth. It adds immersion and turns simple scenes into more cinematic sequences. This setup also allowed us to evaluate Nikon's built-in monitor in real-world conditions. Here you can see it next to a 2000 nit Viltrox DCX2 field monitor with a sun hood. The external monitor is clearly brighter and easier to view in direct sunlight. However, Nikon's built-in monitor performs better than expected. It is highly energy efficient, very usable in the field, and reliable in cold conditions. In fact, I ended up using it around 90% of the time. And once again, what really stands out is the image quality. The color gradation, the dynamic range, and the fine detail of RED's R3D raw footage are simply outstanding. Especially when combined with subtle camera movements, the results feel rich, natural, and deeply cinematic. So, what is Nikon's best camera for videography? The Nikon ZR ticks a lot of boxes as a versatile all-purpose video system. It offers a great screen, excellent audio options, and a strong overall feature set. However, when working with very long lenses, 800mm and beyond, the Nikon Z9 still has a clear advantage. It balances exceptionally well with the 800pf. This makes true handheld video possible in demanding conditions where long focal lengths are essential. In that sense, the ZR and the Z9 complement each other extremely well. The Z6 III, on the other hand, is clearly more photography focused. Let me finally say thank you to Joe, Andre, Lina, and Kinge, who were our hosts in the Dovrefjell Lodge, which is always an outstanding location to start your hikes in the Dovrefjell National Park.